So day one, introduction. So we don't have any special demo sessions we'll start the batch, and then we will have first 1 to 3 4 days. We will make it free, open to everyone, and later on we will give ample time for people to decide, and then we'll go on private sessions from the fifth session onwards. So take your time and decide whether you guys want to continue or not in these 4 days. In these 4 days, you can happily attend. So introduction, the contents. So introduction about the trainer and what technologies we are learning. It's a part of integration and its history. Integrations before and after middleware. Then what is middleware and top middleware tools available in the market. Mulesoft integration, Mulesoft as an integration platform, advantages, prerequisites, and what are the prerequisites to learn the Mulesoft, and what is the hardware requirement you should have to run your Mulesoft examples, and what you will get in my training, and the most important one, how to choose a trainer when you are learning something. So this is the dumbest mistake people are doing. So why we have added this point is few people come and attend our demo sessions, and due to some or the other reason they will join in a different training, and after 15-20 days they will come back and again they'll ask for some kind of discounts that they want to join back to the sessions. That's the reason to add this point. So about myself. About myself, my name is Kishore. I have around, I think it becomes 12 now, 11 to 12 years experience in the IT. I started my career in 2009. And initially, I started working on Java. Then later, I was into integrations. I worked on different integrations tools, Oracle Server, TIBCO, WSO to ESB, and some other BPM tools. And then I was with the Mulesoft. So majorly, I can consider I was with the Oracle Server Suite and Mulesoft. Both are the good middleware products in the market. And I completed my Mule certifications, MCD4, Mule Certified Developer, MCIA, Mule Certified Integration Architect, and MCPA, Mule Certified Platform Architect. And currently, I was working as a contractor to the Mulesoft company's project from a different top MNC. And the training experience, I used to do trainings from 2008, not regularly in and out kind of trainings I used to do. And I used to do the part-time trainer. First started with Oracle database, then went into core Java, then was there more into Oracle Server, and in Office I have given some training in OIC, Oracle Integration Cloud. And then from the last 1.5 to 2 years, I was with the Mulesoft. So the slide needs to be updated. So next, that's all about myself. And then we'll see integration and history. So there are a couple of experienced people. So I hope you guys know these concepts already. Just we have to cover this as part of the topics. So what is integration and what is his history? What is integration? Anyone? Very new guys who are learning. What is mean by integration or integrating? Anyone? In general words. What is integration? Feel free to unmute yourself and be interactive.
If two or more systems want to communicate with each other, then we go for integration.
Two or more system wants to talk to each other, then we'll call it as an integration, right? So if one system wants to connect with other system, that is called an integration. If it is two systems or more than two systems, any system to any system, if you are sending the data, that is called integration. The process of making communication, why we will make communication between systems or between people, why we will talk to each other, to exchange something, why I will teach, and why you will attend, to exchange something. You will give me something and I will give you something in return, right? That is called a process of making communication. For what? Data transfer, between what? Multiple systems or applications is called integration, right? That is an integration. So if there is no point of data transfer, if there is nothing to discuss in the session, why we will sit together here in this time, right? If there is nothing to transfer, then there is no integration. What is an integration? Making communication or transferring the data between applications is called integration. In early days of integration, it is used to happen over paper exchange. Previously, might be these generation kids might not be knowing if in when we are kids around 30 years back, 1990s, the mode of communication is writing the letters. Even if it is 10-15 kilometers away or 20 kilometers away, our parents or our elders used to write the inland letters, postal cards, right? So in the same way, in initial days of IT, when two systems want to exchange the data, they used to exchange the data over the paper exchange. So we will have a one system here and other system here, and then if these two systems we needs to exchange the data, a guy from here will be there, and then he will get the data into a pin into a paper and hand over to the other system, and then the other system guys used to take that paper and then manually enter the data into this system, right? That is how it is used to happen. The same thing is happening now in our government offices. Same paper they will transfer from one desk to the other desk, right? That is called exchanging the data. Later on, when software applications has started increasing, when networks are started increasing, they started sharing the same physical sharing the soft copy of files over the emails. Later they started exchanging the emails by attaching the files. And when we have www evolved, internet evolved, we have a lot of applications are created, web applications are created, and then these lot of applications are creating lots of data, and that is used to be persisted into the applications. What is persistence? Persisted means saving. So when we have web applications, they are creating the lot of data, and that is storing inside the applications. So at this point, they come up with something called a middleware. So at the time they want to create this integration manual, instead of doing manually, they want to automate the integration process. At that time, we have something called SOAP web services comes into the picture. With the help of SOAP web services, there are some middleware technologies or middleware tools has born. So that is how your integration started with the paper exchange and exchanging the file, exchanging the data over the emails, and then once web applications are created, they are creating hell lot of data, and this hell lot of data creating the manual integration is an tedious job. Then at that time we got SOAP web services. With the help of the SOAP web services, few middleware systems has born, and then they automated the data integration, right? That is how you have. And now, before this integration, before this middleware tools born, how the integration used to happen. So in every organization, we will not maintain only one software. Every organization will maintain more than one software or one application. So we need the same data to be transferred between different applications. So initially, in the initial days of automated integrations, so they used to directly talk with the other system and exchange the data. Suppose if you have 5 systems in the 5 systems, this all 5 system needs to be directly integrated with the other 5 systems, and that is how they used to create integrations. But initially this is good, but after few days the number of integrations and the number of systems has increased. It is a very confusing. Data is going from which system to which system and all. So initially it was good. Later it has created it has created some problems. So if you have 6 systems, if you want the bidirectional integration between 2 systems, bidirectional means SAP send to this and this will send to the SAP. That is bidirectional integration. So totally we need 6 into 6 minus 1, that is total 30 integrations we need to build. So when we have this approach, in this approach, what was the problems the industry has faced? So with this, what are the problems the industry has faced is, so this is called a point-to-point integration. Point-to-point means one point is connecting to the other point. One system is connecting to the other system. So there are some drawbacks. Suppose if you are invoking a web application means application something, application something invoked through the web is called a web application. So when the web application URL changes, then what happened? The change in the URL needs to be given for 5 different systems. Suppose this is the application. Time being, it is www.abc.com. It was working. So now, due to something or the other reason, they want to change from ABC to XYZ. So it's giving on all 5 different systems. It is giving the impact. And if the technologies, if this application is developed on Java, this is developed on .NET, so the communication between Java and .NET is also it's become very tough, or sometimes it is not able to establish the communication due to the different technologies or different protocols they have used. So, and the same thing, if message type of 2 applications are different, here I am receiving data in student number, student name, in in some in some plain text format, but it needs something in JSON format. So this guy will send in a plain text format, regular text, and this guy accept in the JSON format. So this is not possible to enable the integrations. Like that, we have different drawbacks on this point-to-point integrations. So life after middleware, what was the solution for these problems? So here is the concept of middleware comes. So it says that don't do point-to-point interaction. Don't do point-to-point interaction. One second. And what it will do, it will create something called middleware in between. What that middleware will do, it will, whatever the communication goes to between different systems, it should go through the middleware system. The 2 systems should not interact with each other. Then what will happen with this approach? So with this approach, suppose if this particular application this particular application's URL got changed, then it will not impact the remaining 5. It will impact only this middleware to this application. So I can change only here, and I can re-establish the communication to middleware to this application. So the remaining 5 applications will be connected to this. So what is middleware? So what is middleware here? The middleware, the name comes from the fact that it sits between 2 or more applications. So what is middleware? The name comes from the fact that it is a software that sits between 2 or more applications. It sits in middle between the applications. It is called a middleware. So what it will do, it bridges the gap between other applications, tools, databases, right? What it will do, it bridges the gap between other application tools, and databases. So suppose here I need to get the data. Some part of the data is here, some part of the data is here, some part is here, some part is here, some part is here. So in order to send the data to the user, you need data between different applications. So it bridges the gap between the other application tools and databases in order to provide the unified services to the user needs complete data, but this is available in different, it is scattered between different system. With the help of middleware, I can get all the data from different system, and I can show to the user saying, behaving like it is retrieved from the single system, right? So it glues that connects the different software platforms and devices together. It shows that it was a unified service. It's a single service getting the data between data from different applications. And then, so it will provide something called messaging services. So if these applications, new applications, are from different technologies, what we will do? So here, what we will do is we will use, your middleware will use messaging frameworks, technologies like SOAP, REST kind of thing, to enable the communication between different things. So different ways of integration. So now this is how your middleware is. So your middleware, which sits between different applications, and then it connects all the applications and retrieves the data. It uses the SOAP and REST services so to connect the different applications. And in how many ways, even there are two systems in the market, in how many ways these two systems can interact with each other. So different ways of integration, in how many ways we can exchange the data between two systems. So way one, file and file. So exchanging the data over the files, still, as it's a legacy way, but still people are using till date to exchange the data over the files and through the database and through the messaging. So database is something like it's a base or it's a store to your data. So it will permanently store the data. And something called messaging technologies, like some temporary storage mechanism like JMS or MQ we will use to exchange the data. And then something called web services. Here we have SOAP and then REST. These are the web services technologies industry is using. And if you want to connect it to some some popular applications in the market, so there are different applications in the market. We have Salesforce, we have Workday, we have Jira, we have ServiceNow, we have SAP, Oracle ERP, right? There are different tools and technologies available in the market. So in order to communicate with these things, your every middleware technology will provide something called connectors or adapters. So with that, you can easily connect to your end systems, your systems, and send or receive the data. So there are around 100 to 120 plus connectors are available in the Mulesoft to connect to the different technologies like SAP, Workday, right? SAP, Workday, and then Salesforce, and then ServiceNow, right? So there are a hell lot of the things are there, but these are, at least you can hear these names if any of your friends are working. SAP, I am working on SAP, I am working on Salesforce, Workday, ServiceNow, Oracle ERP. So it makes our life easy to connect to these applications. If you have to write your code, you should write hell lot of code only for the connections. So the same code is written and bundled and provided us in the form of connectors or adapters by your middleware tool owner. With that, we will easily connect to the end systems. If you go to any middleware tool, these kind of things are there. So any middleware tool, this is the way you will transfer the data between the applications. So popular middleware tools available in the market. So we are just learning about the middleware and integrations. We haven't entered into the Mulesoft. So in this space, middleware space, when you want to exchange the data between two different applications, we have different products available. So even in the market, if you want to buy a TV, you can have different flavors, different company TVs will be available for the same purpose. In the same way, in the IT also, you will have different tools. Those names of the tools are Mulesoft, as we are learning it, that was the first one. And then similar to the Mulesoft, we have Boomi, Dell Boomi, and then SnapLogic, and then we have Oracle Sova Suite, and TIBCO BW, WSO2 USB, JBoss USB, SAP PI, Apache Camel, and so on. We have a hell lot of the tools were there. Sometime back, Oracle Server Suite and TIBCO are the topmost products in the market on the middleware space. But due to the latest trend in the technology, these two people has not updated themselves, not updated their products according to the current trend. That's the reason the space is occupied by Mulesoft, Boomi, and SnapLogic. So Mulesoft is in the top among the three, and Boomi has also a good market, and SnapLogic is slowly pitching into the middleware space. So previously, these two are the leaders in the integration space. So now this is the junction point for us when you start your integration journey. From here, we will take our separate route into the Mulesoft, and then we will start learning the Mulesoft. So what is a Mulesoft here? What's a Mulesoft? What is a Mulesoft?
Middleware.
Mulesoft is
This
one of
is a
the
software,
middleware.
it's a middleware.
One of the middleware tool, right?
Okay.
So Mulesoft integration platform. We'll talk about this later. What is this integration platform and all? So we'll start learning about the Mulesoft. What is a Mulesoft? It's a vendor. What it will do? What integration tool will do? It will connect different applications. So same thing in different terminology. It's a vendor which sells a tool. What it will do, that provides an integration platform to create the integrations. It provides the platform. Why it needs to create an integration? To help business. So the integrations will help the businesses to connect the data in different applications, data in different devices, whether the device is on your premises or in the cloud computing environment. Right, you are swiping a card in a swiping machine. So from where you are getting the data, why your card is accepted, sometimes it is rejected, right? The swiping card will send the data to your bank, and it will verify whether you have the funds in your account. If yes, then it will deduct the funds and transfer the funds to different account, and it will return you a success or failure message. So the entire process is called an integration. Right? The entire process is called a data transfer between your swiping device and your bank. Your bank servers might be available inside the bank on premises, or they might be kept in somewhere in the world that is called cloud. You don't know where is the software is. All of you know where is your Gmail is hosted, right? Is it hosted in your home or my home? No, it hosted in somewhere else, right? That is called a cloud. If anything you are accessing from the browser and you don't know where that is exists, then you can call it as a cloud. So now it's a vendor provides an integration platform to help the businesses to connect the data, applications, and devices across on-premises and cloud computing environments. You don't need to by heart any of the definition here. Just we are giving definitions for your better understanding purpose. Whatever the definition you understand, take that one, right? One line, it is used to enable the communication between two different applications. Why we need to enable? To transfer the data, right? So it is based out of San Francisco and founded by Ross Masson in 2006. So why he founded this? What was the background? Every tool has its history. So what is this history? He used to write code manually, might be think like it's a Java code or different code. He used to write that code manually for integrating the data between for transferring the data between two different applications. So he started writing one project of the other project. So the same kind of job he is doing everywhere. Then he got an idea, why I has to write everywhere the same code, why can't I make it as a tool? Then it comes up with the name Mulesoft. So the kind of work that he is doing daily in every project, he treated like it is a donkey's work. What donkey will do? It will carry the same load from here to there to here, everywhere, right? So donkeys carry more load, but they will go in a slow way. So your integration tool should also carry the data between one application to the other application. So he want to create a product. That product should carry more load, and it should carry in a very fast way. So the kind of work he is doing is donkey, and he wants to do the same work in a nice way and in a efficient or faster way. Then he want to name the product. He developed the product, right? So he thought to have a name. So mule is an animal. So name of the mule came from an animal. So this was a crossbreed between a donkey and a horse, some male donkey or female horse, something, whatever it is, right? So male donkey and female horse, it has created a mule. So mules are crossbreed between donkeys and horses, which will carry more load, as well as it will go very fast. So the same name is adopted here, and as it's a software, he attached soft at the end. So that is how your Mulesoft is in picture. Why all of you are learning? There are few people who are with 10 plus years of experience, 6 years, 7 years, right? Why these people are learning MuleSoft? Because MuleSoft has a very good demand. Why the demand comes into picture on a sudden? The demand comes into the picture on a sudden is there is a product called Salesforce, and there is a company called Salesforce. Salesforce acquired MuleSoft. Literally, they bought the MuleSoft, and then Salesforce has a good customer base. Suppose if you have a good customer base, everyone will goes to DMart. If a new product needs to be launched, if you keep that product in the DMart, it will have an I know it will have an good background. Will have an whatever the customer comes to the DMart, they will also carry that. They will also buy this product. There is a nice chances to have the more sales. So in the same way, Salesforce is a leader in their space. In the same way, Salesforce acquired the MuleSoft. So whatever the customer comes for the Salesforce software, they are giving the MuleSoft to them. That is how, all of a sudden, there is a peak rise in the MuleSoft developer jobs. Till today in the market is suffering with a lot of demand for the MuleSoft. Even myself, I need, last year I need 12 members for my project. We interviewed around 30 members. They got the job and placed in company, and we did internal interviews, but none of them were fit for the job. So there is a lot of space in the market for the right people who learn the technology properly, not by alternate ways. That is how we have a hell lot of buzz on the MuleSoft, right? So MuleSoft has, I think this slide needs to be updated. It was a very old slide, 2018 point. It has 1,200 customers, and it has a competition with the different technologies like Boomi, Tipco, and then IPG, something like that. So MuleSoft customer base, this slide I was talking about, it was very old slide. So 1,75,000 plus developers in the worldwide, and then 1,100 plus customers. And out of the out of the top companies in the market, auto companies, if you take Tesla, if you take Audi, right? So the auto companies, out of 10, 3 are using the MuleSoft. When it comes to the banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, HSBC, they are using these kind of companies. Out of 10, 5 members are using the MuleSoft. Retailers like Coca-Cola, Netflix, Splunk, Citrix, MasterCard, right? All these people are using, out of 5, 2 members are using. Again, I'm saying the slides need to be changed. So that is about your MuleSoft customer base. So advantages of the MuleSoft. One advantage for you as of now is, it is anyone can learn the MuleSoft. Anyone who has a basic computer knowledge can learn the MuleSoft. So youngest MCD for MCD4 certified. Youngest MuleSoft certified youngest person. So this guy, Sri Aryan Chennapati, he's a 10th class guy. He cleared the MuleSoft certification. Due to the corona, his father, he was an senior manager in one of the company. So due to the corona, this guy is this guy is working from home, and then he was interested towards this, and somehow this guy learned the MuleSoft, and this guy is the youngest developer on the MuleSoft. When he cleared the things. You'll have a date over here around 2020. The slide is from 2020. Here you will have the certification date. So that is how even a 10th class guy can learn the MuleSoft and clear the certification. So that much easy it is, because it is purely drag and drop based. You no need to write a single line of the code with your hand. Everything will be automatically generated. So you have provision to only modify the auto generated code. So when it comes to the performance and all, so when customer wants to take this MuleSoft, it is a very lightweight technology. You don't need to install hell lot of the servers to run your MuleSoft. And then any questions from anyone? No questions? Feel free to be on mute. So there are different advantages over there. These are for specially technical people who wants to migrate. It's a lightweight. It's not only the mediation. It's not a message. It's message agnostic. It's not tied with any of the messaging format or any specific data format, and it has a cloud ready technology. So this is the best out of the best. I like with the MuleSoft compared to other tools. You have an ready-made runtime is available in the cloud, where you can within minutes you can deploy your application. So you have an connector support to all major technologies. Remaining all 4 points or 5 points are common across all the middleware tools, but cloud ready is the one of the beautiful point. So that I like. So licensing, do you need to buy MuleSoft license to use it? No. For developers, it's a free of cost. You can download and learn it, and it will come in 2 versions, community version and the enterprise version. So previously, community version people are started using. Once the cloud comes into the picture, people started using enterprise version itself. Now there is no community version. And then finally, prerequisite. So there is no prerequisite to learn the MuleSoft. Not only this course, any course in the IT industry, you don't need any prerequisite. But what we need, you need dedication, you need good computer, good internet connection, and you should have patience enough to learn the things. So there is no prerequisite in the MuleSoft. So as per my experience from the last 2 years, those who have learned MuleSoft very freshly, they come from different backgrounds. So those are the people mostly enjoyed with the sessions we had, compared to the people those who had something or the other knowledge. I trained almost 10 years guys, 11 years guys, though they got 25. One guy with more maximum package, he got 25 lakhs in one of our students. So compared to that, I was extremely happy with the people who were from different non-IT. One guy with 10 years mechanical experience, he was around 30 years. His salary is 30,000 or 35,000. So there is no growth to him. So he searched in the market throughout, and then finally he stopped at our training, and then uh, he was a very below average guy as per my personal knowledge. I thought like I should have, I had kind of doubt whether this guy will get job or not. So he struggled, and he, he tried and tried with hard work. After completing the course 2 months and another 2 3 months, he tried very hard as he's from different background. Finally, he got a good job with good package. So now he is in different company with around 12 lakhs or something. His first month salary is the double the salary that he got when he is working in his core field. And there are, different people we have. There is a college lecturer with MTech qualification. So she is working in some college, and then she got the job, and very recently, this week or last week, there is an air hostess. She was BCom, and then she learned, and she also tried very hard. Generally, with the BTech background, people can get job with 100 days. That's what I can observed. If you are coming from different, completely pure BCom, or different background, so they are taking some time. She got job with 11.5 one offer, and then 12 another offer. So something like that, people, these are the people I remember, only these people, because these are the people who has given lot of efforts for getting the job. I didn't consider the people who was with 20 25 lakhs package, because they are already from same technology, they can easily get the things. So those who came from different non-IT background, so it's a best place for you, to get the concepts. And within 100 days, you can see yourself in a better position if you utilize this training. So anyone can, with basic understanding and computer, can learn the mule. And then hardware prerequisite, you need a minimum of 4 GB RAM mission. If possible, make it as an 8 GB. And then if you have an existing laptop, try to upgrade it. Or if you don't have laptop, try to get it rented or try to get from the friends. If you feel comfortable, then, and if your budget allows, then buy a new one. And what you need in something called Anypoint Studio 711 with embedded mule runtime 4.4, that I will explain in tomorrow's session. And for future sessions, what you need: Anypoint platform account, REST client, and Postman. You need these things in the next sessions. So I will tell you what tool at what time you need and what you have to do with that, or where you have to download that. So what you will get my codes, you will get the same PPTs as in a PDF to read, and step-by-step examples for your practice. Whatever the example we have discussed in the class, for your practice, we will give an high-level steps in the notepad. And the same videos will be recorded and uploaded into the YouTube in the private mode. So you can pay once and do if required. Suppose you paid fees today, and somehow due to something or the other reason you are not able to continue, so you can rejoin whenever you are comfortable to rejoin. Your fees will be safe. There is no way of asking second time or third time the fees. Whenever you are comfortable, you can come, and before continuing retaking, clear any of your balance fees, just clear that and continue attending. And we will explain an end-to-end project at the end of the sessions, which is going to help you to understand all the technologies that we have learned. So 2 sample projects for the practice, which is from the Mulesoft itself. And within a course, we will also develop a small project with an industry standard. We will connect all our classes and try to create a sample project, so with the industry standards. And whoever is learned our course, they can easily clear the certification. In the certification, out of 10 questions, 8 to 9 questions you will get from our class. We will touch the examples in that. And optional, so what I will commit is only technical things I will commit. And the optional things is depending on the relation we have at the end. I will help you in validating your resume, and getting you interviews by 1 or 2 industry experts, and those who are with 10 years experience. Apart from this course, what you have to learn to get a good job or good package on the Mulesoft. These are the things we will explain. And finally, how to choose a trainer. So I told you why we need to choose, how we have to choose the trainer. Suppose if you want to buy a mobile phone, what we will do, we'll go to Google or we'll go to Flipkart, Amazon, we will see what, we will see the reviews. We'll not directly go and buy whichever is cheaper, right? No, we'll take the feedback and then we will choose the training. Same thing, take the feedback from the existing people. Hope most of the people here are through the references. So go with the feedback. The real feedbacks comes from the old students, either the current ongoing batch or the old batch. And we will allow, generally previously we used to do, we'll allow one ongoing batch sessions. Whoever comes for the inquiry, we'll allow them from one of the ongoing batch, and then they can see how the session is going. So in the market, people will make more noise with fancy words: certification support, interview questions, job support, right? So all these are kind of supports. Why, if you are learned properly the things, why you need support? That is the question which cross mark all the things, right? And do compare the multiple trainers in the and multiple institutions. What is the fees they are taking? What's the content they are giving? How many days they are taking the trainings? So in one of the previous batch, most in every batch we'll have 1 or 2 members who discontinue from different trainings and join our training, because we'll deal completely 2 months, 50 plus sessions we will get, and we will cover everything which is required for the job and the interview, and make sure the promises they have given in the industry are really addressable or not. So people will promise, say that we will give the real-time projects. I have trained almost nearly 200 to 300 members. For how do I give 200, 300 different projects for each and every one? No. One project for everyone I cannot give. So these kind of things are not addressable. Proxy interview and job support. So here we are completely, our focus is to give the right people to the industry. So we promise ourselves to be on the technology front. We don't do any alternative ways. So there is no proxy interview and there is no job support from our side. So you have to learn the technology. If you learn it properly, then there is no point of supports and all. So whatever you need to grow, we will help there, but not make you a few people in the market. That's what our previous student says. So they'll come and ask me to do their interview. So where I used to simply reject their call, because the reason is, sometime back or sometime later they will come and say, it's good thing that you rejected of my interview call. So this is the feedback. So last month, it's 3 months I have joined my company. At the time we have joined 10 members. Out of 10, 5 to 6 members got fired based on the performance, because they are not able to clear any client interviews. They are not able to work on their own. So our students here, they will do hard work. We will guide them to go through the hard working process, so that by the end of the sessions they will have the good subject in their hand. So that will help them to get the clear all the hurdles. So whenever anyone gives me a call and asks me about this, so I'll ask me about training, I mean about the job, when they say I got the job. So the question I'll ask them is whether it is due to the hard work, or whether it is due to the hard work, or whether they will get it from a different alternate way, right? So most of our students will go on their hard work. So the second question I'll ask them is, what happens if you lose this job? What happens if you lose this job? So the question or the answer that we will get from them is, they have the good knowledge, within 15 days they will get another offer in the hand. So that is what the confidence we will build on in our sessions, right? So that is how you have to choose a trainer. So that is what you have to consider before you have to go to the training. And these are all the offerings from my side. I took 8 more minutes, so I'll take a pause here. Tomorrow we'll meet at the same time, 6:30. So, and then we will start. So those who are rejoining, few people, so join from Monday onwards. By the time we will complete the basic sessions, so these basic sessions you have already attended, so join from Monday onwards who are rejoining from the old batches, right? So that's all from my side. Now it's your turn. Whatever the questions you have, feel free to ask, whatever the silly question it might be. And one more thing, Alekia, do we have anyone here from old batch?
Yes, sir. Subham.
No, for feedback.
Feedback. Sudhakar, sir.
We have Sudhakar. Sudhakar is which batch? 13, 12,
11. 11.
right? So Sudhakar
11.
is one of our old student. So just I think it's before you. So right, this is what the recent job he got 26th December. So Sudhakar, just explain your background and how you heard our training, how much it helped you to get the job. What is your confidence level in working?
Hello. Hi Kishore. Am I able to hear?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Uh, Hi all. Myself Sudhakar. Cross-trained some mules for from the Kishore sir. He is a very good trainer. Whatever he's teach, that is enough to crack the interview. And he will give the more knowledge to work on the projects itself. That is pretty much whatever he provided the knowledge. Whatever he provided the information, that is sufficient for to crack the interview also. That is what I can give the assurance. He whatever he teaches, we have to follow the same thing. We have to practice every day without missing the sessions. We need to keep the notes for everything. If you maintain these things, then you will get the job within 3 months, definitely. And my all my batchmates around 5 to 6 numbers. We worked together and cleared all the interviews and got the job within 3 months itself. That is what we can give. If you have any doubts, then you can ask me.
Sudhakar had 7 years, right? Sudhakar, how much experience you
I
had?
have 7 years of experience in IT, but I'm new to the Mulesoft. I have cross-trained Mulesoft from Kishore sir.
What you are working in some BI, right? If I'm
Yeah,
not wrong.
working and something different, that is a BI reporting tool.
Okay, so Sudhakar got from he was working with 9 lakhs, 7 years experience, and he was to into 17. I'm sorry to expose your data, Sudhakar.
Yes, I was 17 lakhs, now they have offered.
So
Hello?
that is what he has. So if anyone has any question to Sudhakar, you can ask Sudhakar your question directly to Sudhakar, and I will be there till the end, and then I can resolve your questions. Anyone, any questions to Sudhakar? If no questions, fine then. Thank you, Sudhakar. Thanks for joining on a quick note. Tomorrow we'll try to get